thanks for tuning in. I'm revisiting the C-41 film developing video that I made for the reason of the sous vide machine that I got on Amazon for 40 bucks. They existed before, but they were far more expensive, and through popularity or whatever, they have come down considerably in price, so it's totally worth it, in my opinion, to purchase one. And it makes the temperature is exact, so it's holding all the chemistry at 102 degrees, and so it makes it really easy to just pull from the tank and develop the film. So it speeds up the process and pretty much eliminates the guessing game. I check it with a thermometer, and it is accurate to one degree. So when I did it before, it was 103 degrees, which is not a big deal. You have a few degrees of variance in the process. This video is going to be trimmed down compared to the first video, and you can rewatch the first video about the economy of the kits and loading in the film bag and the tank and everything. But I'm just going to start with the film. It's already in the tank, ready to go, and we're just going to run through it and see. Just show you pulling from the tank itself and putting it back in, and you can just keep going to as many rolls as you want to do in a day. Okay, this is the sous vide machine. You can see it is at 102. It circulates water. I just put my mixed chemistry right in the tub, and this is just a basic plastic tub. It just needs to be of an appropriate size, which is really easy to figure out. And I just pull the chemistry, the developer or the Blix, whichever step I'm in, from here directly, and it is at a perfect temp. And when I'm done, I pour it back in the bottle, put the bottle back in the bin, and it's ready to go for the next roll of film. Alright, we're ready to go. I skipped the part about loading the film in the tank in the darkroom bag, but it's in here ready to go. So what I do is pull straight from the holding tank of the sous vide machine. Just give it a little shake. Doing 120. Measure out the developer. In the tank it goes. Start the timer. First 30 seconds, agitate continuously. And every 30 seconds from there, you will agitate again through the whole development time. So I just use one measuring device the whole time, so I just rinse it out, make sure there's no developer in it. It's ready to go for the Blix. So your development time for C-41 is 3.5 minutes. Blix is 6.5 minutes. 3 minutes of rinse and 1 minute of stabilizer.
As you can see, it is a very simple process of just 3 steps, and with the sous vide machine it makes it so easy because the temperature is right where it should be. So I'm just relaxed, drinking coffee, running through the process and developing 120 color film in the C-41 process kit.
It is a good precautionary step to double check the temperature out of the sous vide machine. I've already done a couple rolls today of C-41, and the temperature was right where it should have been. So I'm just trusting that it was correct when I pulled it this time. At 1 minute, I'm going to pull the Blix, have it measured out so it's ready to go. Same thing straight out of the tank from the sous vide machine. This you want to be careful of. If you spill any, it doesn't stain. I've never had it stain my sink, but I'm sure it's possible. So my Blix is ready to go. One more set of inversions here. I actually use a stir stick for color. Then you're going to save all your chemistry. Blix is 6.5. Same technique as the developer. You're going to agitate for the first 30 seconds and then every 30 seconds after that through the 6.5 minutes. And I clean up the funnel, make sure that no developer gets mixed into the Blix. Into the Blix bottle, ready for the next, when the Blix is finished. Cap goes back on, I drop it right back in the tank, and it's ready to go for the next roll of film.
So I ran through the 6.5 minutes of the Blix, agitating every 30 seconds, and you want to be consistent with your agitations before you move on to the next step.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the Blix part of it. Next we'll rinse for 3 minutes. I really don't rinse for the full 3 minutes, and I've never had any issues. It uses an incredible amount of water to let it run for 3 minutes. It just seems really, really wasteful. And I pay my water bill, so it's also can be expensive, or it can get expensive if you develop a lot of film. So I use the agitation stick and kind of rinse and agitate at the same time. And then dump, and I'll do that a series of 4 or 5 times, and then add the stabilizer. I've never had any issues with the film development negatives or anything, and scanning them. And the stabilizer is for 1 minute. You agitate for the first 15 seconds, and then it just sits. thing, just clean the funnel, make sure that you're not mixing the chemistry together. Cap back on the Blix, and it goes back in the tank of the sous vide machine, and it's ready for its next roll of film. Alright, ready? The film is finished. Squeeze it off. Check them out in the light. And that's it. That's developing C-41 using a sous vide machine.
Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope this video helps you with your rolls of C-41 and processing at home. You can support me through Patreon at Jeff Coleman. You can also support me by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. And there will be more content in the future involving being an artist on the road, photography, and film photography specifically. Thanks again.